Relationships rarely break in one moment. More often, they slowly fall apart through emotions that were never understood, never named, and never truly felt. People keep functioning. They keep talking about practical things. They go to work, make plans, go on holidays, keep life moving. And from the outside, everything may still look normal. But inside, emotional contact may already be fading. Because if we do not understand what we feel, those feelings do not disappear. They simply start shaping our behaviour from the background. They become distance, coldness, resentment, cheating, numbness, loss of desire. Here is how this begins to play out in real life. Take hidden anger. Many people learned very early that anger is not allowed. So, in relationships, they keep suppressing it. They feel hurt, disappointed, unseen. But instead of recognizing anger as an important emotional signal, they swallow it again and again. Over time, that anger does not disappear. It turns into distance, irritation, shutdown, coldness. And then the couple starts saying, "We don't even fight that much, so why do we feel so disconnected?" Because the relationship has gone emotionally numb. When emotions stay buried for too long, people often start searching for intensity somewhere else. Through food, alcohol, fantasy, overworking, even secret emotional lives, just to feel something again. What looks like boredom is often buried anger and lost emotional contact. Hidden jealousy is another common pattern. A man feels jealous when his wife talks openly and warmly with other men, but he does not admit it, not even to himself. He wants to look calm, wise, unbothered. So he says nothing. He keeps it inside. But inside, the jealousy grows. It turns into silent tension, suspicion, imagined stories, emotional pressure. And one day, something small triggers him. He reacts not only to that moment, but to everything he has been suppressing for months and even years. Instead of being honest about his fear and insecurity, he acts it out. He cheats. He punishes. He destroys trust. The relationship does not break because jealousy existed. It breaks because jealousy was denied and left to grow in the dark. Then there is another painful pattern: the quiet loss of sexual desire. Many couples also lose sexual desire and assume the problem is technique, novelty, or routine. But often the deeper problem is disconnection from the body. People live through the head, through tasks, schedules, responsibilities, pressure, functionality. They become productive, capable, exhausted, and emotionally cut off from themselves. And desire cannot fully live in a person who no longer feels at home in their own body. Because sexual desire is not only about sex, it is connected to aliveness, presence, embodiment, emotional openness. So sometimes the answer is not to fix the sex. It is to rebuild contact with yourself, to stop overriding your feelings, to return to your body, to restore emotional connection before the relationship becomes purely functional. Deep Dive helps you notice what is happening underneath the surface. The fear underneath jealousy, the anger underneath politeness, the numbness underneath distance, the disconnection underneath loss of desire. It helps you understand your emotional patterns before they turn into damage. We live in a world that constantly teaches people to numb themselves. Shopping, scrolling, alcohol, food, endless distraction, anything but feeling. When you numb what feels uncomfortable, you numb your aliveness too. You lose access to joy, desire, tenderness, and real connection. You start living through the head, not through the body. You talk about feelings, you name them, but you do not truly feel them. Deep Dive was created to help people come back to themselves, to feel again, and to build a more honest, alive, emotionally connected relationship. Because what you feel is one of the most precious things you have.